Feed what feeds you. Give to the local church. So lately I've been questioning tithing because as a new believer it was something that I was taught and something I always just did religiously without thinking, without putting my heart into. And then as I started looking in the Bible, I see it's something that it was commanded under the law. But as new believers, we are not under the law, so it's not a command that is given to us. But what we are called to do is to give freely, to give generously, to give not under compulsion, but with a cheerful heart, because God loves a cheerful giver. So with some misguided zeal, I decided that I was no longer going to give to the church and use that money to go elsewhere to help people in need that I knew. Now, that's a great idea, but I was ignoring a key part of the word. Because in 1 Corinthians 9, it says the plowman should plow in hope and the thresher should thresh in hope of sharing the crop. It goes on to say, if we have sown spiritual things among you, is it too much to ask that we reap material things from you? And man, that one cut me, because many of our pastors and churches work so hard, and we go to church on the weekend and we're fed and we're growing, and their work is producing fruit in our lives. And unfortunately, many of us think that we don't have to give back. The worker deserves his wages. In these buildings that we go to gather to freely worship and enjoy the presence of the Lord, these buildings have bills that need to be paid. So what next? We are not under any law to give a certain percentage or amount. So pray and give what you have decided to give in your heart. And remember this godly principle. He who sows sparingly will reap sparingly, and he who sows generously will reap generously.